Howdy Brewers. Not a home brewing video. In case you're wondering, this is still the Cooper's Vintage Ale homebrew. We're doing smoked pork burgers. They're going to be about 180 grams each per patty, because we want the smoke to actually penetrate the meat. If we made them too thin like a smash burger, the smoke just wouldn't, it's likely to be too strong, and the burger would likely be dry before you got what you wanted from the burger. So the egg is purely, it's not necessary. I just like it there because it's going to be cooking slowly and it helps bind everything together. And this egg came from my chickens. The other thing we're going to add is this barbecue charcoal seasoning, about 1 tablespoon. And that, so in the charcoal seasoning, I use this as my seasoning on my pork shoulder all the time. That's how I know it's really good stuff. And with a smoked burger, for me, it's not like a smash burger where you want it to be loose. You really sort of want to have it hold its shape. So it needs to be tight. And because it cooks slowly, the fat renders really well and it falls apart when you bite it. I've cooked these a few times and believe me, teeth are not needed. So, I'm not weighing these out, I'm just going by eye. And this is a patty press. I'm just using my Weber Compact today. And because these burgers don't take too long, you don't need as much charcoal. And 1 lump of apple wood, because apple wood or apple pairs beautifully with pork. We'll let that heat up and we'll get our onion ready. You want 1 onion. Have it as big as you want, depends how many onion rings you like. And these won't be rings, they will be half rings, because they're much easier to manage. Make them as thick or as thin as you like. In some buttermilk. Now, if you don't have, I like mine a bit spicy, so I like to season my buttermilk, and this is Cajun seasoning. You can use whatever you want. If you want chilies, cayenne pepper, doesn't really matter. This is just what I have at the moment. So, buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, the formula for the Cheetah's buttermilk is 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or any vinegar and 1 cup of cow juice, or what most people call milk. The only reason why we put them in buttermilk is not for the same reason as chicken. Is to use this as a binding agent for when we put on our, I think tonight I will use potato starch, but you can use cornflour, even plain flour. The reason why I use potato starch is because I think it gives the crispiest coating. Coat all the onion. Okay, now it's time to put our pork burgers on. Because I want the smoke to penetrate for the longest possible period, I have it on the opposite side of the heat source. Try to have them about the same distance apart, and with this wonderful meter we will cook them to about 70 degrees internal, and then we will caramelize the outside. We'll get onto the crispy onion rings. Before I lose too much light, what I do want to do are these onion rings, take them out of the buttermilk. I want to add a little bit more Cajun seasoning. 2 teaspoons should be plenty. And this is about 4 tablespoons of potato starch. Again, I use potato starch because I think they give the crispiest coating, and that's what I'm after. See, this is to temperature now. This is just a hot pan of sunflower oil. And that is pretty much all we're going to do until they're cooked. So I'm just going to toss them. I'll get some tongs and toss them about. I am sorry about the bad lighting. Just going to remove the meter. What I am going to do is take a look at that. It's so shiny. I'm going to throw that on the coals because that's hot. I'm going to cook that for 1 minute each side. But with the others, because like I'm only going to have one burger tonight. You can cook these on a fry pan or on a grill at another time, and you will get that char look. I know they look charred. They are just richly smoked, so they're not. There is some melanoid reactions, but not as many as what you can get. So that's what we're going to do in the background. See, look at that lovely charring now. And so now we have the side that was on the grill when we smoked these burgers. I am really sorry about the bad lighting. I can't really help it. So you can see there's a little bit of really nice colour. Definitely nice sizzle. Now that we have that side on the flame, I'm going to put our cheese on. But for my sauce, for my beautifully charred bun, I have some kewpie mayo, sriracha chili sauce, and some Worcestershire. And that is long enough. Cheese is starting to melt. So I'm trying to do this on the camera because the light is so bad. So I'm going to put pickle on top of the burger, and also our delicious crunchy onion rings. They're not staying on as they ideally would. We're also going to put some of our burger sauce on the top. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Let me just take a look. You can hear some of those onion rings crack. The burger is literally dripping at my feet. So tasty. I know there's a lot of viewers who don't like the M word that rhymes with hoist, so it's juicy and or not dry from that delicious pork mince, which I thought may have turned out more dry than I thought. This is really nice. So anyway, if you are interested in cooking this, I'll put everything in the description. Cheers.